never know what I'm running from, but I keep running back to you. Writing your name to keep my head sane. What else can I do? We're trying to get you out of my head. We're trying to catch my breath.
The first thing I'm going to do is prime my face with the Benefit Professional. I love this because it minimizes your pores and creates a nice smooth canvas for your foundation. And I'm just applying this to my T-zone and basically all over my face, but focusing it more on my T-zone. And then I'm using my Anastasia brow powder and my Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner. For my eyebrows, I have a full eyebrow tutorial on how I do my eyebrows. I will link it down below, but the only difference is I'm using a different brow powder because I just got it and I wanted to try it out. But other than that, I'm basically doing the same exact thing that I would do in my brow tutorial. Next, I'm using my BB cream by Garnier. I used this a lot last summer when I first started my YouTube channel, so you guys probably recognize this. And I'm using my F80 Sigma Kabuki brush, and I just got this as well like a couple of months ago. And I've never featured it in a tutorial because I haven't done a tutorial in a while. So here I am showing you how I like to use it. I like to really press it into the skin and buff it into the skin, then do circular motions. That way it creates a nice smooth foundation application. Next, I'm taking my MAC Pro Longwear concealers in NW20 and NW15. The 15 I use for under my eyes just to really brighten and make my eyes look more awake, and the NW20 I use for my blemishes and any other areas that I need more coverage. And I'm also using my Sigma Taper Kabuki F86 to blend out my concealer. This brush is amazing for that because literally you cannot have a cakey under eye like Jacqueline likes to say. Jacqueline Hill, she always raves about these Sigma brushes. That's one of the reasons why I decided to get them, and she's totally right. To prime our eyelids for eyeshadow, I'm going to be taking the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in Soft Ochre, and I really like this because it cancels out all the redness and it works like a concealer, but it also primes your eyelids and creates a nice base for your eyeshadows, and it makes your eyeshadows last much longer than they normally would. And for eyeshadows, I'm taking this Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. This is the older version of it, and I'm taking the color Heaven, and I'm going to apply this all over my lids just to create a nice smooth base for all my rest of my eyeshadows. And I'm going to apply that from my lash line all the way to my brow bone. And then for our transition shade, I'm taking the color Velvet Velour. I don't know how you pronounce that, but I'm taking this on a big fluffy Sephora brush and buffing this into my crease. That way it defines my crease a little bit and makes a little bit of a transition color for the rest of our eyeshadow. For our eyelid color, I'm taking the color Silk Teddy, this pink shimmery color, and I'm placing this all over my lid, not going past my crease, just right up there, and basically just putting it on the lid. That way it gives me that nice highlighted fresh face look to my eyes. Then to deepen up my crease a little bit, I'm taking my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer in light, just to deepen up my crease just a little bit more and add some warmth to my eyes. To set my under eye concealer, I'm taking my Mineralized Clay Finishing Powder by Tarte and this small e.l.f. blush brush. I like this brush because it fits right under my eyes, as you guys can see, and I just like to use patting motions and not swiping motions because I really like it to sink into the skin and really set that under eye concealer. And make sure you don't get it in your eyes because this clip I got it in my eyes and it didn't feel so good. To line my upper lash line, I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Master Precise Eye Studio in black. This is my favorite eyeliner, my favorite liquid liner, and I'm just lining the top of my eyelids really thinly because you don't want it to be too thick unless you want to, but this is just the look I'm going for. I'm making a really thin line, that way it makes my lash line look a little bit thicker than it already is. And to set my face and the rest of my foundation, I'm using this Rimmel Stay Matte powder in Natural, and I've had this for so long and I forgot about it, so I just decided to use it in this tutorial. I used to really like it because it kept me matte pretty much all day, but this is just what I'm using for this tutorial, and I'm using a big fluffy Real Techniques powder brush to do that. For mascara, I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex and the L'Oreal Telescopic in the gold packaging, and applying both of these to my eyelashes because the Better Than Sex thickens and the L'Oreal Telescopic really separates and make your lashes look really long. So this is me with my mascara. So now that our mascara is done, we're going to contour, and I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Milk Soleil bronzer, and I'm going to be contouring my cheeks, and I'm using a e.l.f. Small stippling brush. I really like how this applies my bronzer because it just really blends it out so nicely and it fits right in the hollows of my cheeks. So that's what I've been using lately, and I've been loving it. And for blush, I'm taking this Milani's Luminoso, and it is so pretty. One of my favorite all-time blushes, especially for the summertime. And if you have pale skin like I do, it's going to show up on you really pretty. And I like using this with the angled blush brush and blending it out. And I like it too because it gives that nice glow to your cheeks, even though we're going to add a little bit more luminosity in a second. Then I'm going to blend that out with a Real Techniques stippling brush just to make it more seamless and no harsh lines. This is MAC Soft and Gentle and NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator, and I forgot to film a clip of me applying this, but this is what I use for my cheeks. And then I'm using Vegas Volt for my lipstick, and I really like how this lipstick looks with the cheek color. I think it just goes really well together and looks really bronzy and glowy. Okay, so that is it for the makeup tutorial. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know down below what other tutorials you would like to see, because I really want to film more tutorials for you guys. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!